It's time to export the knowledge. So on this episode of Curious Questions, we're going to take a look at the 2017 VCE Mathematical Methods Examination 1, question 6. Now, why this question in particular? This question is really poorly done. And if you're in doing methods 1, 2 right now, and you're doing some trigonometry or have done trigonometry, you should be able to do this question. So keep in mind, this is methods examination 1, which means no calculator, no notes. So what is this question? This question 6 is worth 3 marks. This is the question here. This first part is worth 1 mark. 25% of the state got this mark. 25%. Let tan theta minus 1 times sine theta minus root 3 cos theta times sine theta plus root 3 cos theta equals 0. Right? Part A, state all possible values of tan theta. This is worth 1 mark. So I encourage you to go try this at home. Pause the video. I'll give you a moment. Okay, so how do we solve this question? So, first of all, you need to recognize I should use the null factor law here, right? One of these brackets has to be 0. So let's start with the first one, right? Tan theta minus 1 equals 0. Okay, I have an equation with this. I can move the 1 to the other side, so I get tan theta equals 1. And then I can do tan inverse of 1, and I get theta equals 45 degrees or pi on 4 radians. Okay, if you got this at home, give yourself 0 marks because this is not what the question asked, right? Students are urged to read the question carefully as to recognize what's required. A number of students attempted to find values of theta which was not required. You don't have to look for theta. You don't have to. That's not what the question asked, right? State possible values of tan theta. Not what theta is. No. Tan theta, right? So if you got tan theta equals 1, congratulations. That is correct. Don't give yourself a mark if you stop there. If you stopped here, give yourself 0 marks because students struggle to find solutions beyond tan theta equals 1. There's more solutions here. You're missing out on 2 of them. The question is not complete. It asks for all possible values, not just 1. How do we get those other 2? So let's look at the second bracket and let's let that equal 0. So sine theta minus root 3 cos theta equals 0. So let's move that root 3 cos theta to the other side. So we get sine theta equals root 3 cos theta. Okay? So now we'll divide both sides by cos theta. Right? So now we have sine theta over cos theta equals root 3. What's sine theta over cos theta? It's tan theta. So now you have an extra solution, right? If you didn't realize that was what you were supposed to do, right? It's really a good idea to understand how to use trigonometry and little things like this, right? Because they will come up somewhere, right? So this is another solution. If you got 1 over root 3, that is incorrect. Moving on to the next bracket, right? You should be able to do this by yourself. We applied the exact same method here. So we move the root 3 cos theta to the other side. We divide by cos theta. And we realize that sine theta divided by cos theta is tangent theta. So now we have 3 solutions. We have tan theta equals 1, tan theta equals root 3, and tan theta equals negative root 3. And if you got all of those, all 3 of them, give yourself the 1 mark because that was what the examiners were looking for. Alright, let's look at part B now. So, hence, find all possible solutions for tan theta minus 1 times sine squared theta minus 3 cos squared theta equals 0, where 0 is less than or equal to theta, which is less than or equal to pi. This question is worth 2 marks, right? 25% of the state got full marks for this question again. 34% managed to get 1 mark. and the average here was 0.5. So, give this part a try. Try it at home, right? Alright, so how do we solve this one? So, let's look at that equation that they gave us. Tan theta minus 1, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm concerned about this second bracket here because I see squares, and that immediately tells me, hold on, something is awry here. And I also have this minus sign here. Where have I seen that before? Ah, quadratics. It's a difference of two squares. I can actually factor this. So let's do that, right? Sine squared theta minus 3 cos squared theta equals sine theta minus root 3 cos theta times sine theta plus root 3 cos theta. Where have we seen this before? It's our original equation from the first part. Right. This question was not handled well. Many students did not follow the instruction, hence, in that they didn't connect this equation to part A, but still managed to find some solutions. This still managed to find some solutions is basically saying people found one solution and that gave them a mark. Right? That was the 34%. This hence keyword, you need to think about it. It's in the question. The question started with a hence, right? If it says hence, it's probably referring to something that was stated before or asked you about before. Okay, so now that we're here, what can we actually do? Well, if this is the exact same equation, right, and it still equals 0, we can use the answers that we found in part A, right? So what was one of them? Tan theta equals 1. So let's use that. We'll do tan inverse this time, and this is what we want, right? Theta equals tan inverse of 1. Tan inverse of 1 is pi over 4. If you left it in degrees, that's not what the question asked. Where 0 is less than or equal to theta, which is less than or equal to pi. This is telling you use radians, and it's specifying a domain as well, and we'll get back to that in a moment. Right? So what was another solution? Tan theta equals root 3. Okay, so we'll do tan inverse. And what's tan inverse of root 3? It's pi on 3. Okay, so now we have two solutions. And what was our last thing that we found? Tan theta equals negative root. So if we do tan inverse of negative root 3, what's that going to equal? Well, I have a negative, and I know I have an exact value here, pi over 3. Can I use the unit circle? Of course we can. So I know that tan theta is going to equal a negative number, right? So where does tan theta equal negative? When cos is negative or when sine is negative, but not both. So tan theta here is negative and tan theta here is negative. Now remember this domain part? It doesn't care what's down here. It's only concerned about what's up in this top half. So what angle can we use to get our negative value? Well, if you remember, by symmetry, tan of pi minus theta equals negative tan theta. What did we just work out? Pi over 3? Well, we can sub that into here, right? Tan of pi minus pi over 3, right? And that's going to be our new theta, and that will be our new solution. So we can simplify, and we get our final answer of theta equals 2 pi over 3 radians. And that was it. That was the whole question. If you manage to get all three of these answers, give yourself 2 marks. If you got just this answer, give yourself 1 mark. If you get both of these, give yourself another mark. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below or contact me on social media. And tell me how you did. How did you find this question? And I'll see you in the next video.